2026, is that you? Now, if you haven't started already, like me, it's time to start your 2026 prep. So sit down, grab a notebook, grab some tea, do whatever you need to do, and buckle in because we're about to get into it. And this one is going to be a little bit different than you've ever done it before. Now, what we're going to do is break your goals down into individual timed goals. I've heard in the past that however long you give yourself to do something is however long it's going to take. So if you give yourself a whole year to complete a goal, aka any New Year's resolution you ever had, you're going to take the entire year. You're either going to push it off until the end of the year because you know you have the whole year to complete it, or you're going to start it and lose interest. But personally, I think I'm about to crack the code. This is how we're going to do it. If you have a notebook, write down the goals that you want to achieve throughout the year. You can do, what's easiest would be to have 4, so you do one every quarter. I have 6, so I'm going to do one every 2 months. I'll explain mine to you. You can time yours out the way you want to, and we'll go from there. My first goal, and these are in no particular order, is to be consistent with working out and yoga. Now, once again, you can time it with the year. So if that's one of your goals and you know you have a wedding to attend in the summer, you might want to put this one first so that you have time to get into shape for the wedding and look your best. So time it with your year, whatever you have going on. Make sure everything you have is timed appropriately. Me personally, I don't necessarily have a goal, but what I will do is figure that out before I start scheduling that into my days. And having a set plan in place so that I'm not sitting there wondering, what should I do? Oh, I want to make this happen, but I don't know how. I haven't planned how. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? So my plan is to pick a workout app or a workout plan or whatever. Make sure that that's in place before those 2 months that I'm giving myself to get that in order. And then I know I have a plan to follow, so I can't fail. The second thing I want to work on is budgeting and saving money. Eventually, I do want to buy a house. With the price of houses, I figured start saving up. So me personally, I'm going to set a goal of how much I want to save by the end of the year, and then map out what I need to save each month in order to get there. I think this will probably be my first goal, just because that will give me 12 months to save a certain amount. Honestly, for me, that will probably mean cutting out certain expenses and sticking to that plan, no matter what. Another one I would like to get on top of that I think kind of ties into this one is being a little bit more on top of my finances. Sometimes I pay a credit card bill like a day late, and now I have a late fee and interest charge, and it's stupid. All because I didn't pay it a day earlier. So if I sit down one day of the week and make sure I schedule or pay the bills for the week at that time, then I don't have to think about it for the rest of the week, and I know my bills are paid on time. The third thing I want to get into is making more things from home. I've started making a little bit of bread, but I think I need a little bit more practice. I'm already making my own tortillas, but I do want to get into making my own vegetable broth. For sure. Possibly sourdough bread, but honestly that kind of intimidates me, so we'll see about that one. I think I need to do a little research on how to do these things, and then maybe like pick a day of the week similar to the bills and just make everything then that I know I'm going to need for the week. The next goal I want to work on for the year is developing a morning routine and meditation into my routine. I haven't meditated much recently. I used to do it a while ago, but I haven't recently, and I've definitely noticed a difference with my focus and my mind, and I want to incorporate it back into my life and into my schedule. Now, if I'm able to schedule it into my everyday life, then it'll be a lot easier for me to stay consistent with it. I'm thinking it'll probably be easiest if I put it into a morning routine, which I also don't have. Because I've noticed recently I wake up and I'm immediately on social media. And I don't like that. I think I just need to give myself time to wake up before I go on such an influential platform that can really dictate how the rest of your day goes. So developing a morning routine and meditation is something I think would be beneficial for my mental health. I really think it's been messing up my attention span bad. So we gotta cut it out. I want my mornings to be a little bit more structured. So coming up with a plan on what exactly I'm gonna do when I wake up will do exactly that. The fifth thing I want to do this year is consistently train with my dog. I don't know if y'all have seen the prices of dog trainers these days, but they are out of this world. And I just refuse to put that money into that when I can learn how to and train her myself. Now I say this, but I haven't actually done it. So I want to give her the attention and the time that she deserves and get her to a point where I feel confident that she's actually going to listen to me when we're out and about. The age she is right now, I think it's pretty critical that we get on her and stay on her about training, because they say after 1.5 years to 2 years, they're kind of set in their ways. She is just approaching 1.5 years, so we are at that point, and I think that is also going to be crucial for her behavior. And everybody says training will help with her energy and her behavior as well, so it would be an all-around win. Plus, there's still certain things that I want her to learn how to do, and I think we could teach her that if we stay consistent with training. Like, I want her to learn how to settle. I want her to learn how to stay in one place, even if like the door's opening, so she's not just running around the house. I want her to learn how to guard, which means like standing in between our legs and like on guard. Possibly learn how to clean up her toys. And also just how to be gentle, because eventually when I have kids, she's going to need to be gentle. So these are just a couple things I want to teach her and be confident that she knows them and is not going to waver. Oh, and we need to work on her recall. When we call her back, she usually comes, but it's not how it needs to be. That's the main one. And the last thing that I want to work on in this new year is having a set schedule for cleaning. Right now, I don't have a schedule. I just kind of do it when it needs to be done. But I don't want to wait to that point. I want to have a set schedule so I know, okay, the bathroom is cleaned every week. The floors are swept twice a week and vacuumed once a week. Like, things like that, just to clean up the space around me. Because it definitely does affect my mental health. When my space is cluttered and dirty, my mind is cluttered and dirty. Well, not like that, but you get what I mean. Putting myself on a schedule is really going to help keep me clear-minded. And with like washing sheets and blankets in the house, I want to keep that on a weekly, maybe bi-weekly or weekly rotation. We'll figure out which one it actually is, but that definitely needs to be done as well. So that is it for the New Year's resolutions that I want. I'm looking forward to hearing about the ones you want and how you're going to break them up and set an actual plan every quarter, every 2 months, however often it needs to be for you to be successful this year. I'll definitely update you once I finish my first task, which is the finances, and let you know how it went, what I did, what worked, what didn't. Check in with you guys because we're in this together. Maybe beginning of March so I can actually close it out and give you all a real update. Now, in full transparency, I've never tried this method before. So, again, we are in this together. This is a first time for all of us, and I'm hoping that it really leads us to success. If you're planning on trying this with me, let me know your 2026 breakdown in the comments, and I will meet you back here at the end of February for the update on phase 1.